Alright, so the deer boss is coming out on global. By the time I'm posting this, it's out. And so this is a quick, I'll say quick, but this is an explanation on how the boss works if you missed out on my first one. This time around I'm not using Matrona, instead I'm using Red Liz. This is the team I'm using. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna find. There is an image I found on Twitter. I was posted. I will send you on Twitter here. It's a list of all the teams that have been found that work on this stage. And you can see right here, was tweeted at me. And basically, you can see a lot of them contain Trader Meliodas. But let's play the video here. But yeah, I'm using basically number 5 there with Red Liz, the 1, Arthur, and Trader Meliodas. The reason why the team has to work like this is obviously the stage does so much damage to you. So Trader Meliodas' passive is absolutely insane for it. And you need a green character, a blue character, and a red character. Because as we get your phase 2, I guess you see it, but in every single stage for the first stage or floor, first floor, second floor, and third floor, on the phases 2 and 4, there is, you know, I don't want to call it an event, but there is a mechanic, a gimmick that you need to complete a wheel of colors to be able to do actual damage to the boss. And if you don't follow the wheel, you get penalized. So, you know how the wheel we have right here at the top right says green is greater than blue, blue is greater than red, and red is greater than green, and then, you know, it keeps going. It's the exact same. So, you attack with a green character, then you have to follow up with an attack with a blue character, then you have to follow up with an attack with a red character. That gimmick can screw you so much because a lot of times you end up not getting cards for the characters you need, and boy oh boy, it's annoying. But, so for the teams that I showed, right, if you just follow, like, this gimmick, you can probably beat it with any of those teams. The one thing is, I got gameplay here for floor 1 and 2. I didn't get for floor 3. Because for floor 3 I don't have to reset, and honestly the video would be like 50 minutes long if I was to explain every single floor. But here, so in the first floor, right, once you get your phase 2, you really want to have the 1's ultimate or Trader Melly's ultimate. Unfortunately I didn't have the 1's ultimate here, but I had Trader Melly. The moment you would do damage with a character that is from the wheel, then the cycle and the gimmick starts. But if you start hitting him with Meliodas like I'm doing here, the gimmick doesn't start. But if you start the gimmick, so let's say I attack with the 1. If my next attack character is not my red type character, he's gonna attack seal all my characters here. So, super annoying. You really don't want to mess up the you know, rotation of colors. And this phase 2 is legitimately a pretty hard stage. This phase 2, he's so tanky and he hits you really hard. And again, he you know, cucks you super hard by having the gimmick, and he seals your ultimate. So that's why I'm saying you want to go into phase 2 here already with ultimates prepared. So you can see me going for the gimmick. I go green, blue, red, then green again. So my next attack goes for the 1. And pretty much if you can follow this gimmick for this first stage, that's all you have to do. For floor 2 and 3, there's an added gimmick that I'll talk about when we get there. But that's essentially it for the first floor. And yeah, you can see again me doing them. Blue, red, and green. And then that next one, you know, so long as you kill them, you don't have to like finish up the phase with like the gimmick. So right here I can just attack with Meliodas so long as I kill. It's fine. Also the typing that is, you know, saying here does more damage as well. So It is not only beneficial to you because you won't get penalized, but also you do more damage than other typings. You can still attack with other typings, but they do less damage and you get penalized. And on floor 2, the penalization is the character that attacks with the incorrect color gets frozen. And on floor 3, if you do the incorrect attack, you get corrosed by 2 turns. So very annoying. Here on phase 3 is again, phase 1 and 3 here are preparation phases for the following phase, which has the color gimmick. So if you want, you take these phases to, you know, hold up an ultimate for the next one. So that's essentially basically what you want to do, actually. Is just have these phases be that. Here, you know, I have the One's ultimate. The One's ultimate is, of course, very, very strong. So I go in basically just having it ready to go to kill. I'll get floor 3 gameplay with this team as well. But for floor 3, you have to like reset until you get the proper like passive for him, or it gets very annoying. So phase 4 here, you can wait. So I went in just popping in my stuff. If you don't have like the 166, what you can do is instead you can wait and wait for his HP buff to go away. I think it goes away. I haven't done this in a while. But you do want to come here with the ultimates and kill him. But also, again, in this phase, there is the gimmick, so you don't want to mess that up. So, floor 2. Floor 2 is, I want to say, just as hard as floor 1. But on the second phase, there's a new gimmick, which can be quite annoying because, as we saw from the phase 2 on the first floor, I just popped in my ult, right? But I think that the phase 2 on the first floor is harder than the phase 2 on the second floor. The biggest issue for me with second floor is the phase 4, which we'll get there. But here again, this time you really want to go with the One's ultimate. Or maybe you don't, maybe you just need to be like 1 ult gauge away from going with it. But what you need to make like complete sure to go into phase 2 with is a card from each typing, except I guess melee, but from the 3 typings, because from the get-go, like turn 1, you need to do the gimmick. Like before anything, you need to do the whole rotation before you can start doing damage. So having 1 card from each typing is very important. And because I have Liz, right, it's similar to Matrona. If you're using Matrona, which Matrona is better, but I mean, I'm having Liz here. She only has 1 attack card, right? Similar to Matrona, she only has 1 attack card. But she also has the ultimate, so the ultimate counts. Liz is not the same thing. So it's even more delicate to be with Liz, because when I was playing this stage with Matrona, a lot of times I just wouldn't pull her attack card, because it's only 1 card that she has that is attack card. Okay. So here, actually, okay. You see, he didn't die here, right? And usually I would scrap this footage, right? But I wanted to show you what happens if you don't kill him when he's about to ult you. Yeah, on phase 1, if he's attack buffed, he demolishes you. I'm actually, so Global is getting the activity, and I'm very excited for Global to get it because I really want to read it. I want to read every bit of text on this damn stage. God, I'm so excited for that. Because, you know, being a JP player that doesn't speak Japanese, it can be very annoying just not knowing what's going on. Because I just don't know how to read the texts. But whenever Global gets it, it gets pretty nice. Of course, I've already done floor 3 and stuff like that, so it's not like I'm struggling to beat the stage. But it's always nice actually knowing exactly what everything is going on with the stage, other than just guessing. Because when I beat stage 3, I was basically guessing, you know? But yeah, here I'm getting ready for phase 2, getting my The1 ultimate. And on phase 2, again, you gotta do that whole like cycle. And not only that, there's a second condition you have to follow, that is that, remember how I told you that if you attack in the incorrect typing, your character gets frozen? If your character is not frozen, by the time he does like this big attack, you die. So you need to, every single turn that he is going to do his special attack, you need to get your character frozen. So in the first turn here, you will see, because this right here, right? This other type of card, because we don't have this type of card in our inventory when we play the game, right? This is like a special boss type of card, the one that has like a red border around it. We have like the, you know, the bronze border, the gray border, or I guess silver border, the gold border, and that's it, right? I guess the ultimates, but that special border there is like a boss attack. When that one's the first one, he's going to do the big attack. So you saw my Melios got frozen there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him here, I think. I think I kill him here. I didn't have a Liz attack, like I said. Liz is annoying. Okay. I do... God damn it. Oh, I clicked... No, I clicked something... I clicked something else! God damn it. I forgot. I killed him by accident. Okay. On the second turn, right? You need to freeze your one of your characters. So for you to freeze your character, all you have to do is to attack with the incorrect typing. So you saw right here, right? I ulted with the 1 and it had no Liz card. So I immediately attacked with the 1 again, so then the 1 will be frozen. Because this first attack right here, that you see, the first attack, if there's no frozen character, he will one-shot all your characters. Similar to the bird, where in the second phase or the second floor, if there's no character taunting, he one-shots all your characters. Here is if there's no character frozen. So it's much more manageable actually here, because you can actually choose to freeze one of your characters. I usually freeze Meliodas because, you know, he's not gonna have typing at all anyways. And then he just attacks. And if there's a character frozen, he does no damage, similar to the bird. I don't end up killing him here by accident. It is what it is. But yeah, keep that in mind. That phase, I think it is much easier than the second phase of the first floor, because that second phase on the first floor is honestly demonic. Like, he ult seals you. If you don't have the correct typing to attack, he freaking attack seals you. Alright, so phase 3 here. He has this very huge HP buff. What you can do is that you can actually wait for it to leave. It takes like 2 turns for it to leave, but he removes your buffs, and I don't like dealing with that, so I actually go for the kill here. But you can wait if you want to. I actually don't remember what I do here. I did this like earlier today, and I forgot. But yeah, I just start getting the kill, even though I guess it doesn't matter. Like, using your cards while waiting is just as good as just waiting, I suppose. It does seal your healing though, which is very annoying, because obviously you're relying on that Liz passive healing plus the healing card, and it's just not happening. Just go for the kill here, huh? Okay. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. Yeah, the one's ultimate, obviously, very, very good. Very, very strong. This stage is quite hard. Like, you know, I'm blitzing through it, but I mean, you can determine by like, oh, if I'm playing like this, all cautious, you can know that this stage is hard. I think that in terms of difficulty, this stage is harder than the bird because there's fewer characters that are actually good for it. Like, legitimately, there's fewer characters. So here you can't wait for the HP buff to leave. So he has this massive HP buff. And honestly, I would say, save your the 1 ultimate for this phase. Don't use it on phase 3 like I did, because this phase can end up being pretty long. Because I think on his 3rd or 4th turn, he applies a stance that cannot be removed. Some people are, I already uploaded my gameplay doing like floor 2 and floor 3 and stuff like that. They're like, oh man, why didn't you use the Melee's ultimate to remove the stance, man? You can't. You can't. The stance is unremovable. So it just doesn't work. The ultimate just... you just kill yourself, basically, if you ult. He puts up a stance which has a counter that kills your character. The counter literally just does like 500k. Like, it's just... You're dead. Liz's ultimate is fantastic, by the way. This is my first time actually using it, I think, right here. Actually, effectively. Liz's ultimate lasts for, what, 4 turns? It's so good. I haven't used, like, Red Liz, like, unironically in such a long time. I forgot just how good her healing is. So here's the stance, right? Again, Melee's ultimate can't remove it. I've tried it. I'm telling you because I've tried it. I've tried it. It doesn't work. So yeah, he has a counter. If you attack him, you're dead. And he has immunity to damage as well. So no point in even attacking. You're just going to kill your characters. Even if you're like 1 hit from killing, he literally takes 1 damage. So there's no point. And here I stay for a little while. Like I said, like saving your ultimates for this phase is very, very beneficial. Because this phase can end up being very long. Just from the fact that this like stance is very annoying. And it's the same thing on floor 3 as well. If you let him just be, he will make the I won't say match, but he will make the stage last for a long time. So I was thinking here what to do. I went through the whole cycle. I don't know why I finished the cycle to then ult with Melee, to be honest, but Melee was gonna get I guess I'm one of my buffs. But Melee is gonna get frozen if he doesn't kill. So I didn't even bother like doing an attack afterwards. So here's here's a very important thing. If you're planning to do floor 3. On the second floor, as you can see, he has a revive. He died, right? He died. He had like no HP. Then I ulted him with Melee, and now he has 10% of HP. If he has this revive, reset from floor 1 until you don't have this revive. This revive is absolutely annoying on phase 4 of floor 3. So keep that in mind if you do, you know, plan to go through with being floor 3. I say that more in depth on my floor 3 guide. But yeah, that's very annoying. So this is why I actually didn't do floor 3 here. Or I didn't attempt in this run specifically. Because I knew I got this. And he would have died right here, obviously, if he didn't have it. And now I'm going to have to wait more and more turns because now he applied to himself the stance again. But yeah, if you get this like condition that he revives, reset from floor 1 to get a different condition until you don't have this. I promise you it's worth it. It's so much easier without the condition. You can still do it with the condition, but it's much, much easier without it. Oh, that Liz heal is nuts. It's like just as good as like Matrona heal, isn't it? Obviously, Matrona has taunt and buff removal, which is very good. Buff removal is very helpful, but not necessary. So this is why this team still works, even though I have only one buff removal character, which is Melee. This team still works for floor 3, is because although it's good, it's not necessary. Like the bird, I feel like it can end up being necessary, but yeah. So this is the deer. Good luck, and again, I already have done a floor 3 guide, so if you do want to check that out, I probably already linked on top of this video, but yeah, good luck.